Welcome back, everyone, to the next installment of King's Quest VI. If you recall, we beat the game the last time, but that was hardly satisfying, was it? The climactic battle was pretty amazing, but the wedding was very, very lackluster. We're going to amend that right now.
Alexander is carrying an old, battered hunter's lamp. The lamp contains what Alexander hopes is the completed Make Rain spell.
Good. Just so long as I did it properly. Now what I'm going to do is go back to the Isle of the Mists. I'll bet you were wondering what that place was all about. That couldn't have there couldn't be a whole island just for a scythe and a lump of coal, right? I mean, come on. They don't even give me a chance the second time. I'm caught instantly.
Great God! Did you see that? The man just appeared from nowhere.
Perhaps he was sent by the spirits. I see no boat.
He is an intruder, no matter how he got here. Grab him!
Oh boy.
Not again. Look, I'll leave. It's no problem.
I think not. Let's go.
Ooh, that was grim. Let's go. There we go.
Alexander is frozen at the spectacle before him. Robed figures are gathered around a bonfire. Some mystical ceremony is taking place, but as to its purpose, Alexander has no clue.
We found a trespasser on the beach, Archdruid.
Uh-oh. Archdruid. Now what has Alexander wandered into?
Another fine mess.
This must be the foreigner we were warned about. How appropriate that he should come during our rain festival.
Sounds like
Place
Saladin.
him in the sacrificial cage.
Wait! I must rescue the princess!
Yeah, we've seen this part.
There's an ancient Druid saying, a man who would save others must first save himself.
Yeah, we've been through this.
Alexander is pushed into the confining wicker cage.
Oh boy. Here we go. Oh.
The cage is swung out over the bonfire. Alexander starts to feel a little warm.
Same stuff.
The bottom of the cage is getting uncomfortably hot. This cage is really hot. Fire in the cage.
Fire in the cage. Oh, using Beauty's clothes to put it out.
Alexander pulls out Beauty's old slave clothes, desperate to beat out the flames. The flame is extinguished, but the clothes themselves burn to cinders.
So now I can't
Alexander
get the
won't
short
be able to
ending.
keep the cage from igniting for long.
Yeah, no short ending for me now. No clothes to sneak in.
The heat and movement must have jarred something. Something that Alexander's carrying is starting to jiggle around.
Heat to boiling to activate.
Egad, something's really percolating.
Egad. Look at
Water
this.
in Alexander's lamp is hot.
Look at
It's
that face.
just about boiling.
Nani? Ooh. Hello. It's a tiny thundercloud.
Alexander feels a drop. It starts to rain.
There's your make rain spell. Instead of putting out Mordak, I put out a regular fire.
That man is a powerful nature wizard. By the sacred oak, let him down!
By my scimitar! Later, after a short but furious thunderstorm.
I must apologize for our rude welcoming committee. We've been feeling inhospitable ever since the winged ones stole our sacred miniature oak tree.
The winged one stole from them?
Besides, Wizir Alhazred sent a message that we were to watch out for a highly dangerous foreign assassin.
Alhazred knows of this place?
You are the one he meant.
I'm sure I'm precisely who he meant. I assure you, I mean to harm no one. Unless that person threatens the princess.
Nice.
I'm sorry to have disrupted your ceremony, but I'm running out of time.
What is it that you seek?
What is
The
your
Oracle
quest?
on the Isle of the Sacred Mountain told me I should speak to you about the realm of the dead. She told me of 2 souls in unrest there that I might be able to free.
Ooh.
Free souls in the realm of the dead? You're mad.
The souls might be able to help me on my mission to save the princess. It's imperative that I do everything I can.
Hey, whatever
Risks
works.
are not important.
No. And yet getting yourself killed will hardly help the princess. But I will tell you what I know.
Alright.
Legend has it that it is the right of any human to challenge the Lord of the Dead in order to save his own life or the life of another already past.
This sounds
The
awesome.
knowledge of how to do this was lost centuries ago. I have only heard of one who tried it, a young knight who came to the land of the Green Isles from a distant land long ago.
Huh.
According to the story, he was determined to challenge the Lord of the Dead for the soul of his dead lover. It is said that he tamed the Lord of the Dead's horse, a black-winged, demon-hearted beast named Nightmare.
That sounds awesome.
Nightmare sometimes flies to the human world to feed on certain noxious plants. Those unfortunate enough to see her are glad to escape with their very souls intact.
Ooh.
Somehow, the knight captured Nightmare and rode off on her back, supposedly to the realm of the dead. But neither the knight nor his lover ever returned.
Dark.
If there was a means for challenge, it was lost with the night.
I see. Can you tell me anything about the Lord of the Dead?
He's awesome.
That is a blacker matter still. To the Druids, he is Samhain,
Ooh.
lord of coldness and despair.
Wow.
Samhain was once a man like you or I, but he insulted the gods and was sentenced to rule the underworld.
Like you or me.
Immortal he is and mateless, robbed of sleep, robbed of movement, robbed of companionship.
Despair indeed.
It is said that he hates all mortals even more for the mortality that he lost.
That's brutal.
That is all I know.
Interesting. I shall remember.
Now look how the oak embers of our bonfire still glow hot despite the rain. If you're bent on your course, you'll need courage that's just as impervious to the chill. May your luck last longer than your storm, brave one.
Oh boy.
May it indeed. Thank you, Archdruid.
Intense. So it looks like every island is stolen from every other island, and Alhazred has talked to everyone and told them to watch out for intruders. I smell conspiracy. Also, I need to use this skull to take in the hot embers, if I remember my spell ingredients.
Alexander scoops up some of the red-hot embers in the ancient human skull.
This is one of those... Ooh, nice icon. That's cool. Look at that.
Alexander is carrying a human skull filled with embers. The embers are glowing with heat.
That's freaking cool. Now, what I'm going to need to do is, like, the hardest part of the game is really remembering how to get your spell ingredients. Once you've done that, it's really not a big deal. Now, the little hint that the guy gave about where that nightmare creature appears is that it feeds on noxious plants. The only noxious plant I've seen in the entire game was that nightshade. That killed me instantly when I ate it. Which was at the top of the Isle of the Sacred Mountain. The genie was disguised as an old woman to lure me to my death. Well, this time we're not going to fall for that little trick. Whoa! Convenient skipping, go! Whoa, hello.
Alexander arrives at the top of the cliffs, somewhat winded after his long but uneventful climb.
Let's go ahead and save the game. Things are about to get real intense. Can that thing... Oh, I was afraid of
Flies
that.
off, leaving Alexander alone at the top of the cliffs.
I was kind of hoping for a death sequence. Good thing I saved. I guess that creature's harmless enough. It's just an inconvenience. So what I need to do is take the skull, and recalling the spell ingredients, add the strand of hair and the rotten egg.
Alexander cracks the spoiled egg and dumps it into the skull containing the embers. The spoiled egg hisses as it makes contact with the hot embers. Zounds, the steam. Phew, the smell of sulfur.
There's your hint, sulfur. And now, the strand of hair.
Alexander puts the strand of hair into the skull containing the embers and the spoiled egg.
This is the good part. Time to cast us a spell to charm the creature of the night. Magic paint. Make rain. Charming a creature of the night. See? A skull full of oak embers, sulfur, and maiden's hair. Let's do it!
Alexander solemnly speaks the incantation over the skull.
Creature of night, to me succumb. Fire and brimstone leave thee numb. Purity bind thee like a chain, to do whate'er I now ordain.
Yeah, Alexander. Ooh. It's like a hand pointing at it.
Nostrils at the scent of the fire and brimstone.
That's so corny. You see that? I made like a little
That's it.
finger,
Come
clipping his
on,
finger.
I need passage to your homeland, fiery one.
This ought to be good.
Unable to resist the power of the enchanted smell, Nightmare approaches Alexander. Her eyes appear glassy and sightless. In her hypnotized state, she is unaware of the human so close to her flank, or of anything at all except that marvelous smell.
Ugh. Yes!
Now ride!
Awesome! Welcome to a unique area of the game. An area we have never been and never will return to. You won't find this on the magic map. We are entering the land of the dead.
Nightmare deposits Alexander on a strange, cold world. And
Haha.
some of the inhabitants don't look too friendly.
Let's go ahead and save. This place is creepy.
Who are you, grieving spirits?
I am Queen Ilaria of
Whoa.
the land of the Green Isles.
Whoa!
And this beloved spirit is my husband, King Caliphan. We were murdered in our beds by our trusted vizier. Like a viper, he snuck in during the night and stabbed us in our sleep. Now my husband's soul is broken, and he will not speak.
That sucks.
Then you are the ones I seek. Are you not the parents of Princess Cassima?
Our daughter! Have you news of the princess?
Well...
I know that she is alive and safely back in her kingdom after being rescued from Mordak. But I'm afraid I have not personally seen her. Alhazred is keeping her in her room in mourning for you.
I am glad to hear of her return, but she will not be safe alone with that devil.
Ugh.
Oh, that we could be there to protect her.
Cassima,
Whoa.
how I fail thee.
That's depressing.
My poor husband will never rest while our murder goes unavenged and our daughter is in danger.
I came to take you back with me. Your people are still loyal to you. They need to know about the Vizier. Cassima needs you too.
But this is the realm of the dead. We cannot leave it. Nor, for that matter, can you. The only one who might be able to return us all to the land of the living is the Lord of the Dead. But he would never help us. He has no mercy.
I might be able to convince him. I must try.
Good
Then
luck.
take this. It is my ticket to the underworld.
Ooh.
There you will find the Lord of the Dead. I
Sweet.
cannot use the ticket as long as I'm chained here. And if we cannot be avenged, I will never be unchained.
Ooh.
Thank you. Perhaps it will save us all.
I hope so. This is grim.
Careful, young man. If you can ease my husband's torment and help our daughter, we will be most grateful.
I will do my best. Goodbye, Queen Ilaria.
Now I better save, because the Land of the Dead is quite a dangerous place.
Who are you, poor undead creatures? I see. How interesting.
How interesting. Let's get out of here.
Uh-oh. One of the wandering ghouls brushes up against Alexander.
Oh boy.
The touch of the putrid flesh dissolves the living matter like acid.
Whoa! Ugh! Damn! Bad end.
Tickets. Oh. Next.
Alexander's mother always told him to avoid bad ghouls.
I somehow doubt that. Yeah, that's right. I can't touch any of these creatures. I have to play my cards very carefully. Is that thing actually after me? No, it's not. I gotta move carefully. Ooh, hello. Wow, look at that background. It's freaking nuts.
Ollie, where is my little boy? Ollie.
Let's go ahead and talk to her.
Why do you not rest, sad spirit?
Rest? I cannot rest. My son is lost.
Lost? You mean in this realm?
No. His spirit is stuck in the land of the living, probably looking for me.
Weird.
But I cannot leave to go show him the way. My poor Ali.
Is there anything I can do?
Take this handkerchief. If you get back to the land of the living and find him, tell him that his mother is waiting for him here. By this kiss, he'll be able to find his way to the realm of the dead.
Okay.
I'll do my best to find him.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, my Ali.
Oh crap, it's another zombie. I think better not touch me, I swear to God. Oh, see that skull that appeared? That's cool. Now let's head to that skull. This ought to be good. We're really cruising now. Whoa!
The skeleton to the left of the path hands something to the spirits that approach the underworld entrance.
I'm actually here.
Please. Next.
Whoa! We're here! We're alive and here! This is nuts! Whoa!
Ticket, please.
Huh.
Alexander approaches the entrance to the underworld.
Ticket, please.
I was sort of hoping you'd kill me. I'll punch him in the face!
Alexander has the feeling that trying to physically force his way past the skeleton at the door is not a good idea.
Fair enough. Well, what I'm about to engage in is probably one of the coolest parts of the game. See those two bones over there? Get ready to jam.
Alexander picks up the two bones on the ground. Now what do these bones remind him of?
Wait for it.
Ah, yes. Now I remember.
The skeletons are overcome with the musical call of the bones. They begin to jiggle, then
Yes.
to dance.
Yes! So cheesy. It's freaking insane. Oh man. I think my favorite's the guy who says tickets only. He's bobbing like crazy. Wow. This is a freaking trip. This game. Oh my god. Woo! Thank you.
Alexander finishes his tune, and the skeletons resume their posts. Despite their frolic, they don't seem any friendlier.
That might have been the cheesiest thing this entire game has to offer. And that includes those damn puns. What the hell are those can-can dancers doing around here? That's freaking brilliant.
Alexander picks up the skeleton key.
Wow. Wow, that was a freaking trip. Okay, but now I can actually have a ticket to give the ghost... Ooh.
The ghostly ticket reads, Admit 1.
Fair enough. Let's do it.
I have a ticket.
Go on. Next.
Ugh. We can finally see who's on the other side. Ugh. This place doesn't look any happier. Then again, we are officially in the land of the dead now. Oh. Well, let's take a look at this poor guy. Ugh.
Apparently, Alexander's not the only one who's curious about the body on the path.
Eek. Huh.
The knight is wearing one black gauntlet. There appears to be some writing on the gauntlet, but Alexander can't quite make out what it says.
That's okay. I'm taking it.
Alexander takes the knight's black gauntlet and examines the writing on it.
There we go.
Flesh may cross the portal and seek its master death. Flesh may go where death is trod, and challenge, like Scheherazade, he who reigns beneath the sod to spare a mortal's breath. Zounds, that sounds serious.
Zounds! Where have we heard about a knight? Oh, that's right. The guy who came to challenge death that the Druid spoke of. That's a bit subtle. Now that, I mean, who's to remember that? Now that we've taken care of just about everything the Druids have told us about, there's only one more thing the Druids did tell us about. And we're going to encounter that shortly.
Alexander slips off the path and plunges into the river Styx.
Sorry I had to.
As soon as the water touches his skin, Alexander's mind and body go numb. He sinks like a lifeless stone.
Oh, you don't even see anything, you're just freaking dead.
Tickets. Oh. Next.
Hey, what a fix. Bathing in the river Styx.
That did not just happen. None of you heard that. That's freaking lame, even for me. Gugh. Also, wait. The river Styx? That's Greek. What's going on? Isn't that Greek? The River of the Dead? Or one of the Rivers of the Dead? Oh, my god. Is that Charon the boatman? That's a little... Well... Hey, wait, didn't one of my spells call for some water from the river Styx in a teacup?
Alexander scoops a little of the river Styx into the teacup with the swamp ooze, being careful not to get any of the black water on his skin.
Yeah. Haha. How many people can say they have water in the river Styx in a freaking teacup? Now remember back in the Isle of the Sacred Mountain, there were the gold coins in the eyes of the skull, and I said that sounded Greek? Well, so does Styx and Charon. Here, have some payment.
Will these coins do as fare for passage?
Charon accepts the fare and waves Alexander onto the boat.
Sweet. Oh, off we go. Alright. Well, we're across. Save again, because this is where things get really interesting. Time to go through that gate and see the master on the other side. Let's do it.
Alexander reaches out to open the gate. Suddenly, the wood trembles beneath his fingertips.
Yeah.
What touch has awakened my sleep?
Oh god.
I smell the blood of a mortal. Reach out thine hand again, fleshy human, that I might devour it.
No.
It has been centuries since I last ate.
Ugh. Yeah, let's do it.
Alexander decides to try to force the gate open.
Ugh. Yum. Oh, you didn't even say it.
Tickets. Oh.
What a paradox. I'm already, like, here.
It must have been love at first bite.
Oh. No, instead of doing that, I will talk to it instead.
Alexander suddenly.
Ugh, seriously.
What?
Let's talk to it.
Despite his fear, Alexander summons his bravest voice to command the living gate.
I would pass, gate. I have business with your master.
My master and thine, human. I would be pleased to introduce thee. Only step forward and thou shalt meet him shortly.
Yeah, okay.
No, thank you. I come to meet the Lord of the Dead with my flesh still intact.
And why should I let you pass, human, when I would much rather eat you?
Ugh.
I have been told that there is a way for humans to enter Death's realm. There must be something I can do. Some task that will allow me to pass through your doors, gate.
I seem to recall something. A trick. Perhaps, a test. Ah, yes. Should a human try to pass, a riddle is gate's wont to ask.
Nice.
A riddle it is, then.
And if thou wouldst fail to answer gate, his thirsty jaws will be thy fate.
Ugh.
Agreed.
Listen as though it meant thy life then, human, for it surely does.
That's good. I like
My
that.
first is foremost legally. My second circles outwardly. My third leads all in victory. My fourth twice ends a nominee. My whole is this gate's only key.
Oh, jeez.
My first is foremost legally. My second circles outwardly. My
Yeah.
third leads all in victory. My fourth twice ends a nominee. My whole is this gate's only key.
I don't know the answer.
Ah, don't sound so disappointed. I will make it quick.
Ugh.
Perhaps.
What a dick. Oh. There we go. Ugh. Well, I'll show you how to answer that riddle shortly. Let's see if there's another pun.
Next.
Riddle fiddle. What to do? Somewhere sticky, there's a clue.
That's a hint, but good luck remembering it. Good luck remembering it, seriously. That's a stretch. I mean, it's reasonable, but come on. Time to show you what the deal is.
What?
Despite
I would no. I agree.
my first
Alright,
is foremost
so here's the
complete.
deal.
My second,
Somewhere
circles out
sticky
quickly.
lies a
My
clue.
third leads all
I'll wait for the
victory.
narrator to shut up.
My
Fourth ends twice a
ends
nominee.
My whole is this gate's only key.
Well, somewhere sticky. That's a real stretch, but you'd have to think all the way back to the Black Widow's web on the Isle of Wonder. On her web, there was that tiny scrap of paper that says love before it blew away. Good luck remembering that. If you don't remember that, though, use logic. My first is foremost legally, the letter that begins the word legally, L. My second circles outwardly, O is a circle. My third leads all in victory, V for victory. And finally, twice ends a nominee, 2 E's, L-O-V-E, love.
The answer is love.
Ah, thou traitor of the mortal plane! How didst thou guess love? That riddle should never have been solved. Love is unknown in this realm.
Nice.
Love cannot be banished, even from this place. There are spirits still pining of it on the surface above. Still less can it be banished from my heart.
Enough! Burden me not with thy poetry. Pass through, and quickly, before I change my mind.
Yeah, I don't want that. That is pretty awesome, isn't it? Now to meet the Lord of the Dead. Oh, oh boy. This is serious. Look at those wings! That's freaking impossible! Look at that! This is great! Well, talk to these guys.
Excuse me, I'd like an audience, please.
The shrouded guards escort Alexander to the throne of the Lord of the Dead.
Yikes.
Why have you entered my domain?
Holy crap.
Wearing your flesh.
Wow.
If you are so anxious for death, you might have found it easily enough in the land of the living. But since you are here, you are most welcome to stay.
Yeah.
Kiss my hand, and you will be one with the spirits. There will be no pain.
There's nothing there that can help Alexander now. As though sensing Alexander's desire to touch him, the Lord of the Dead reaches out his hand. As the Lord of the Dead's hand touches his shoulder, Alexander's mind fades to blackness.
Oh jeez. Goo. Whoa! That's dark. Ooh. Let's go ahead and restore that, my god.
Alexander approaches the
Yikes.
What if kiss?
Well, what I'm gonna want to do is try talking to
I
him.
seek a boon, my lord.
Why should death grant you anything, mortal?
Well, there is one way to challenge the Lord of the Dead, as we saw recently with this gauntlet.
I did not come here to die, but to demand my right of challenge. I respectfully challenge thee, death, by throwing down this gauntlet. Man may pass the portal, and seek its master, death. Man may pass where death has trod, and challenge like Scheherazade, he who reigns beneath the sod, to spare a mortal's breath.
He has the gauntlet!
Impossible!
He challenges death.
Who are you to challenge death?
Oh jeez.
A man of flesh is all I need to be, my lord.
And what is it that you seek with this challenge? The soul of some dead maiden?
I seek the souls of King Califim and Queen Ilaria, the land of the Green Isles.
You would save 2 human souls and emerge alive from this realm yourself?
Ugh.
That shall be a difficult challenge indeed. The tomb does not open its doors lightly.
Either all 3 of us leave, or none go.
Very well. Then let me think of an appropriate task.
He's got a good one.
Ah, yes. I have it now. Your challenge is this. For thousands of years, I have sat upon this throne. I have heard every sad tale that can be told by human lips. I have seen tragedies that ended empires, injustices that defy reason, love that would light the very stars turn cold and hard. I have seen torments that cannot possibly be borne, and yet must be, for centuries. This thing I have never done. I have never shed a tear. Make me cry, thou man of flesh.
Good luck.
That is my challenge.
That's brutal.
Make death cry?
Sooner could he turn sea to stone, or fire to ice.
Oh boy. Just in case I overwrite myself and screw it up.
Perhaps a tale of my love?
There is nothing you could say of love that would make me cry, mortal. I have had Cleopatra and Helen of Troy stand before me, and they move me not.
Wow.
Your common desires mean nothing to me.
Oh jeez.
The Lord of the Dead is a huge, grotesque figure. He and his throne are one, grown together over the centuries till he can no longer move. Chains further bind him, pinning him to his endless, weighty task. If he was once human, as the Druids claimed, Alexander can see no sign of it in his merciless, fathomless eyes.
Ugh. That's freaking crazy. A dagger!
That small dagger will hardly stop death.
Oh man. Smell to death.
The Lord of the Dead has probably smelled much worse things than that flower of stench. It is unlikely to produce any useful response.
I'm actually surprised by how many unique messages I'm getting.
Why would Alexander want to use that on the Black Feather? The Lord of the Dead's touch fills Alexander instantly.
We've heard that part. Death, where is thy sting? Now Alexander knows. Ooh. Well, I'll tell you what I do know how to do. The Mirror of Truth. Show him exactly how he got into this terrible situation in the first place. That ought to do it.
If your existence has been all that you say it has, then truth alone shall be my sword.
The mirror's surface swirls with darkness for a moment, then fills with images even blacker. Reflections of despair, of wailing souls, of shackles colder and more immutable than any forged by man, of a world of thirsts that can never be quenched. Alexander feels the mirror tremble in his grasp, and is glad that he cannot see its face. But the Lord of the Dead is transfixed to the mirror, to the screening of his life. Things long forgotten are once more uncovered. His enslavement to this throne while still a man, the years of watching misery and horror and growing ever more numb to it, the seep of his own humanity, the slow growth of a new thing altogether which became that which he is now. His is an existence that has no possibility of redemption, no end. The surrounding spirits draw away in pain. The truth is so sharp it stabs, so intense it sears.
Take it away. Make it stop.
The mirror of truth cracks from the strain, and death sheds a single gray tear.
Truth is indeed a terrible thing. I have worn this mantle for so long, I had forgotten its dreadful weight. You shall take the souls and leave as I agreed. You have been granted a stay from this inevitable reality. I almost envy you.
Ugh.
Find the souls he has claimed, and bring them to me. King Caliphim and Queen Alaria, I presume. Your hero has won you a few more years of mortality.
Ugh.
May your souls be more prepared for their rest when you return.
Nice.
Thank you, my lord. I hope that they will.
And you, man of flesh, my steed shall take the three of you back to the land of the living. Tell her where it is you wish to go. Until we meet again, then, I assure you, we will meet again.
Pretty much.
No offense, my lord, but I hope that will be many long years from now.
It is never as long as you might wish, mortal.
Ugh.
Now, begone.
Yes, my lord.
It's gonna be that much worse than when these characters die, because they'll know exactly what they're getting into. Going back to this, I do love this transition. Also consider that Death shed a single tear. One tear from that. He'll never cry again.
Are you coming, Majesty?
Alhazred's treachery must be handled carefully, Alexander. Alari and I must go gather our allies and form a plan. Watch over Casima. Make sure she comes to no harm. We will return as soon as we can to take back all that has been stolen from us.
I will keep her safe until your return.
Thank you, son. Your love for our daughter must be deep indeed for you to have undertaken death itself for our sakes.
Seriously.
Indeed. May we succeed in what awaits us, and live long together as a family.
Alright. Well, we have taken care of the land of the dead. All that's left to do now is finish the game. But don't worry, the sequence isn't going to be quite like you remembered it. We've lost Beauty's clothes after all. And the mirror. It might be a little trickier to expose the genie than we thought. Well, we certainly made a lot of progress today. We cast the second of the 3 spells, and we went to what was unknown in the previous installments. The land of the dead. We actually entered the area we've seen so many times with all of my screw-ups. And now, we have freed the 2 souls that the Oracle spoke of, Casima's own parents. Surely they'll be able to help us against Wazir Abdul Alhazred, especially considering that they know him for exactly what he is, a treacherous assassin. But still, how to get into the castle? We don't have Beauty's clothes, and even if we did get in, we can't expose the genie for who he really is. But if we see the wedding ceremony going down, and it looks to be Casima, what are we supposed to do? Well, I guess we'll have to find out in the next installment. Until next time, everyone.